Okay, hello everyone. I hope I am audible and visible properly. And yes, I can see the chat box, right? Yeah, so if I'm properly audible, let me just confirm with my team. है ना? Yes, I'm perfectly audible and visible. Hello, Karishma. Uh, right. Okay. So this is like our fortnightly current affairs catch up. है ना जिस पे अपन डिस्कस करने वाले हैं जिस पे अपन बात करने वाले हैं सो बिफोर वी स्टार्ट जस्ट मेक श्योर टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट when we are talking about current affairs, just 1 minute. When we are talking about current affairs and when we are talking about the like kind of news, the kind of topic that we are supposed to cover, right? Just understand एक बारी ना CLAT का जो अपना notification है उसको पढ़ना syllabus वगैरह. So you will definitely have an idea what we are supposed to learn, what kind of news that we are supposed to have in your mind, in our mind, and notes as well. Right. Hello, Manoj. So without any delay, let's start what we are having. So new United Nations climate chief. So this is another one of the major appointment in the international level that we had seen in the last fortnight, last like 15 days, right? So that actually becomes a very important topic. So when we are talking about it, the Secretary General of United Nations, that is Antonio Guterres, right, announced the appointment of one person from the Caribbean island nation, right, as the new climate chief and calling him a true champion of creative approach tackling the global climate crisis. So this is about one person that is doing very well in the रेगुलर टाइम इंटरवल जो कि एक अच्छा क्लाइमेट साइंटिस्ट या क्लाइमेट क्या कहना चाहिए वो होगा वर्कर होगा तो उनको उन्होंने क्या किया हुआ है अपॉइंट किया हुआ है so when we are having an international appointment like this just understand some basic point that this is about an organization that means the basics of organization that means establishment year headquarter number of member current chairperson etc you are supposed to learn about it then we are having current event like who has been appointed right where is he from and what is the major reason to appoint him right so these are the basic current affairs point that you are supposed to put down in your notes and others are static point so without any delay let's start with what we are having in terms of questions right okay the new climate chief will take over the executive secretary of the United Nations framework convention on climate change that is also known as UNFCCC right so you can find it directly in like complete name or you can find it in the passages in the name of UNFCCC right with under 3 months before the latest round of climate negotiation COP27 that is conference of party 27 right so the question is about conference of parties 27 will be held in which of the following country the options are Canada Egypt UAE New Zealand come on. ओके पाथ का कहना है बी इजिप्ट और कोई नो यस द करेक्ट आंसर इज इजिप्ट यू आर अवेयर अबाउट सीओपी राइट ये वो पर्टिकुलर जगह है जहां पे ऑल दी रिस्पॉन्सिबल पार्टीज right which are responsible for climate change you know this can be state representative this can be the state head this can be the different like organization this can be big इंडस्ट्रीज एज वेल जहाँ पे ये बात करते हैं कि हमें किस तरीके से काम करना चाहिए जिससे हमें प्रॉपर क्लाइमेट चेंज के अगेंस्ट लड़ने के लिए प्रॉपर हमें क्या मिल पाए एक वो मिल क्या कहना चाहिए फ्रेमवर्क मिल पाए Moving on to the next question, the appointment was made after the consulting with the 197 parties to the convention, which is the parent treaty of The Paris Agreement aimed to tackling climate change. This is about the document that is associated with the Paris Agreement, which is like the main डॉक्यूमेंट जो कि क्लाइमेट चेंज के अगेंस्ट लड़ने के लिए क्या है अपने पास अवेलेबल होता है, या अपने पास जो भी है क्या कहना चाहिए डॉक्यूमेंट जिसके फ्रेमवर्क से हम काम करते हैं. सो the issue is saying 2015, path is saying D 2015. Anyone else? Okay, the correct answer is 2015. You must know about it because like American President Donald Trump जो है Paris Agreement से बहुत ज़्यादा happy नहीं थे, तो उनके पहले का ही होना चाहिए ये, right? So let's move to the next one. Who is the only South Asian to be appointed as the member of United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, to the high-level expert group on net zero emission commitment of non-state entities? Right, the options are Vijay Kumar, Benita Roy, Arunabha Ghosh, or Mrinal Kishore Jha. Okay, so आश्चर्य का कहना है ए, पाथ का कहना है सी, the correct answer is option number C, that is Anurabha Ghosh. Okay, so let's come to certain fact file and reading references. Let's move to the next question first. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding the UNFCCC? Right, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change signed in 1993 at the United Nations Conference on Environmental and Development, also known as Earth Summit, the Rio Summit, or the Rio Conference. India is among the select few countries to have hosted COP of all three Rio Convention on Climate Change, Biodiversity, Convention on Biological Diversity, that is CBD, okay, and Land, United Nations Convention to combat desertification. And the third statement is United Nations UNFCCC entered into the force by 21st of March 1994 and has been ratified by the 197 countries. The option number D is none of these. Which of the statement is incorrect? Okay, path is saying C. No, path अभी किसी ने कुछ नहीं बोला. Anyone? Okay, path is saying B. India is the selected few countries to have hosted COP of all three Rio Convention on Climate Change. Okay, the correct answer is option number A. Okay, let's move to some facts file. What we are saying, this was the article from the Business Standard, right, जहाँ पे ये चीजें दी हुई थी, and these are some facts file in which they are like Simon Still जो है स्टेल जो है कैरिबियन नेशन की तरफ से यूनाइटेड नेशन क्लाइमेट चीफ जो है वो क्या हुए हैं, अपॉइंट हुए हैं. ये पहले क्लाइमेट रेजिलियंस और एनवायरनमेंट के लिए जो मिनिस्ट्री काइंड ऑफ स्टफ था उसमें क्या करते थे, लीड करते थे. एंड उसके पहले भी इन्होंने कई डिफरेंट जगहों पे और कई डिफरेंट इनिशिएटिव जो थे क्लाइमेट चेंज के लिए उसको लीड किया हुआ था. सो मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट वन, वर्ल्ड बैंक फूड प्राइस इन्फ्लेशन रिपोर्ट. Now, after COVID, right, when the world is recovering from the impact of COVID, the world has seen another big invasion of war that we are currently going on between the Russia and Ukraine. Right, that is undoubtedly some from different dimensions. This particular invasion or this particular war is affecting all around all the countries around the world. So this particular price inflation report is having certain concern regarding this. The food inflation has soared across much of the developing world since Russia's invasion of Ukraine and has trapped the several richer countries in the cycle of rising price, a report of World Bank found. Okay, the Washington-based development organization said that the Eastern Europe would hit many countries with an increased food bills with more than 1% of their annual national income, that is GDP, while others would fall to a content impact to be plunged into a fully blown debt crisis. You can see the rising price of food and other particular thing in the India itself, right? So undoubtedly somehow it's not majorly connected with that particular issue, but somehow the supply chain is actually being affected, so that is going to affect India as well. So this particular passage was actually talking about a report of food price inflation that was submitted, that was released by World Bank. So whenever we are having a report or index, right, there are some basic questions that you are supposed to learn. Some is like static, which institution or organization publishes this report, right? When was the first report published, right? And apart from this, the current particular information regarding like who ranked first or who is in rank last, that is of index and report. Now this is about the food price inflation. So when we are having serious concern and regarding that particular report, the basic idea, the basic question that is being asked is related to the impact that is going around. For example, if we are having Russia and Ukraine war that is affecting these prices, तो हमें रशिया यूक्रेन का बेसिक जो invasion है, the basic is supposed to be learned. And apart from this, the outcome or the finding of reports is also important, because we can have a very good question on those particular finding. Okay, so let's move to the question directly what we are having. Right, Sri Lanka has been ranked among the 10 countries with the highest food price inflation as per the latest World Bank assessment. Right, options are 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Come on. Okay, Parth is saying A, 5th. Shreya is saying 6th. Okay, Kaima is saying B. The correct answer is option number A, 5th. You can see certain economic crisis in Sri Lanka, no? So if the country is financially stable, then it will be, even though it will be affected. If it is not financially stable, then also it will be affected. So Sri Lanka के साथ जो economic crisis हो रहा है, that is undoubtedly going to be like one of the worst condition that we can see. Moving on to next question. By June 2022, the number of acute food insecure people whose access to food in the short term has been restricted to the point that their lives and livelihood are at risk increased to 345 million in 82 countries, according to the World Food Price Index. Right, where is the headquarter of World Food Program located? Ark, is it fine now? Okay, the options are World Food Program का headquarter किधर? Options are Paris, Wellington, Rome, New York. Austria का कहना है C, that's Rome. Parth is saying C. Yes, the correct answer is option number C, that's Rome. Okay, moving on to next one. Okay, Kaima is saying I'm not sure, but I think it's New York. No, but it's like undoubtedly majority of you can see international organizations, right, and their headquarters in Geneva, New York, or Washington DC. But that doesn't mean all the international organizations or the subsidiary institution of United Nations are having headquarters over there. Okay, I have seen this many times. I mean, people who want to fluke in any question like this, where is the headquarter located? Majority of them who doesn't know the exact answer go with the Geneva or New York. Right? I'm again repeating the same thing. जैसे हर चमकती चीज सोना नहीं होती, हर इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का हेडक्वार्टर न्यूयॉर्क या जेनेवा नहीं होता. Right? चले, let's move to the next question. What is the motto of World Bank? Yes, they are talking about the World Bank motto. Okay, the question, options are: let's make this world a better place, full dedication on poverty eradication, working for the world free of poverty, let's make this world poverty free. Okay, Path is saying C, that's working for a world free of poverty. Tishu is also saying C. Kaima is saying A. Ashriya is saying C. Right. The correct answer is option number C. The correct answer is option number C. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? According to the World Bank, April 2022 commodity marks outlook. The war in Ukraine has altered global pattern of trade, production and consumption of commodities in a way that will keep prices at the historically high level through the end of 2024. Right. As of August 2022, at least 23 countries have implemented 33 food export ban and at least 7 have implemented 11 export limiting measures as part of a comprehensive global response to the ongoing food security crisis. World Bank Group is making up to 30 billion available to existing and new project in the area of such as agriculture, nutrition and social protection, water and irrigation. None of these. Come on, answer correct. Okay, Path is saying B. Anyone else? The correct answer is option number D. Right. Moving on to next one. This was from the Guardian, है ना? And ये same reference जो है वो आपको Indian Express और The Hindu में भी देखने को मिलेगा, है ना? I'll tell you what exactly things work. If there is a kind of article that is being published in the New York Times or the Guardian or any other newspaper, there are certain associate or there are certain contracts with the different media houses in which they used to copy paste that particular article based on the permission. So if you are having an article published in your company, in your media house, I can ask for the permission and you can provide me that. So you can see this particular article in the Guardian, in the Hindu, in the Indian Express, etc. Okay, okay. So these are some facts file in which 92.9% of low country have seen like food price inflation. Okay, and majority of them are crossing with the double digit inflation, that is close to 10% or more than 10%, and that is all because of Ukraine and Russia. So these are certain particular point. For example, World Bank के assessment के हिसाब से Lebanon, Zimbabwe, Venezuela, Turkey ranked in first, right? For this particular inflation, food price inflation report, and Sri Lanka is ranked 5th out of 10, and Sri Lanka is already having economic crisis. So whatever finding you can have, you should have those finding in your notes as well. Right. Moving on to next one, Bilkis Bano case. I guess one of the most talked topic from last fortnight was the case of a Bilkis Bano, which again popped up in the media light, right? Because the 11 convicts were released, right, after serving their life sentence for rape and murder, right? So the way it was welcome, the way they were welcome, and the way the legal experts, the way politician, the way human rights activists criticized their welcome, right? It becomes in the news, and undoubtedly you can find it a very, very, very critical topic for the like exam like CLAT. So that is what Bilkis Bano case is. Okay, so what exactly happened in 2002 when the riots were going on in the Gujarat? Then 14 member of Bilkis Bano family were being murdered, and majority of them were tortured, raped, and against the Hindu mob. Right, they were the neighbors of Bilkis Bano who attacked her family. She was like just a 20-year-old kid. So what exactly happened? They have been sentenced to the lifetime imprisonment, but with the new policy and the committee recommended from the Gujarat government decided to release them. right? So the case was undoubtedly in news. So when we are having this kind of incident or any important case, right, the type of question you should get, a type of fact file you should get is like, first is like legal provisions, right? What is the law, or what is the guideline that is associated with the releasing of any particular convict from the jail on the basis of their deeds or something. For example, we are having a guideline of 1992, we are having a guideline of 2008, we are recently having guideline from the Home Ministry and Supreme Court itself, right? So according to which guideline they have been released. Second, as this particular case is associated with one of the most negative event of our country, that was 2002 riots, right? So you must have a certain basic idea about it, that which state we had seen this riot, or what was the reason, how this started. Apart from this, the case was quite long. First it was in Gujarat, then it was shifted to Bombay High Court. Later on, it was all the convicts pleaded their the mercy from the Supreme Court. They, all of them have like different petition or different plea, भैया हमें निकाल दो, हमें release कर दो, we had did good deeds. Apart from this, the committee that was supposed to justify, or that was supposed to uh, analyze their release, was also having certain political party member as well. So that is another reason why this case was one of the major top talking in these few days. Okay, so that was what Bilkis Bano case. You must understand the legal provision. You must understand the constitutional provision, that which particular article gave a right to any state government, or any particular central government, or any other authority to release them. What is the provision on the basis of which they can ask this kind of release, and all other thing. Okay, so moving on to the question directly. Question number one says, convicts serving life sentence are entitled to seek remission only after serving a minimum of how many years? Right? 10, 12, 14, none of the above. Come on. Path is saying C, 14. Janvi is saying C. Tisu is saying C. Astria is saying C. The correct answer is option number C. Kaima is saying C. Yes, 14 years is like kind of a lifetime imprisonment, and after that they can ask for remission. Okay, moving on to next one. State government has also developed a premature release rule that include the power to give effect to the governor's power of remission under Article of Indian Constitution. Again, constitutional provision. Which article actually gave power to governor to remission, like in this case? Right? Options are Article 159, Article 161, Article 163, Article 167. Anyone? Don't tell me you just go with the current affairs part. You don't see the constitutional aspect. Ashtriya is saying B. Path is saying B. Pooja is saying C. Okay. The correct answer is option number B. That's Article 161. Yes, Article 161 जो है governor और state government को authorize करता है to have a premature release like this kind of incident. Okay, moving on to next one. Supreme Court of India had earlier ruled that the remission question in this case would be governed by the remission policy of that was in force at the time of conviction, which did not exclude those convicts of rape from executive remission. Right. So they are asking about the guideline on the basis of which these particular convicts are supposed to be released. Now, these guidelines, you should understand, the guidelines always provided in certain year. So, which guideline? That is the question. Options are 1990, 92, 94, 1996. Path is saying option number B, 1992. Kaima is saying B. Kaima, I am pronouncing your name perfectly, right? Anyone else? Okay, the correct answer is option number B. That's 1992. Okay, so the 1992 guideline was there when this particular conviction happened. So the new guideline won't affect. That is what Supreme Court said on this particular case. Right. Moving on, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding remission? The state set up a sentence review board to exercise the power under the section 432 of CRPC. The Supreme Court has held that the state cannot exercise the power of remission arbitrarily and must follow due process. The factor considering the granting remission is seriousness of crime, state of the co-accused, conduct in the jail, none of these. Come on. Okay, Ashtriya is saying D. That's D for Delhi. Kaima is saying D. Path is saying A. The correct answer is option number D. None of these. Right. So this was from the BBC. Right. I read this article in the BBC itself. How this process was there, and these are certain fact file, and this is something that happened in Gujarat. Okay, majority of people, majority of our kid who are preparing for CLAT knows about it, right? So we are not going to discuss what happened on that particular day. The whatever happened was bad. You know, rights never are good for the society. All of us want peace. The thing is, when we are having Bilkis Bano case in like picture in news, you should also focus on the data from the National Crime Record Bureau itself, which is actually saying about the rise in the crime against women. Okay, so if you are making notes on the Bilkis Bano case, I'm giving you another homework, that is the National Crime Record Bureau and the data about the rise in the crime against women. Okay, so moving on to next one. 76th इंडिपेंडेंस डे, भैया आजादी का दिन हमने सेलिब्रेट किया, राइट? And yes, we had completed 75 years of our independence. That's a proud moment for us. Our founding fathers, our freedom struggle heroes, they undoubtedly gave us this freedom by like tons of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, etc. Okay, so we are having the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, that is 75th year of Indian independence, you know. So our prime minister has given certain speech from the from on that particular day, and he has mentioned certain issues like respect of women, nepotism, and all other things. So whenever we are having such kind of historic event like 76th Independence Day, or any big campaign, or any big celebration, or any very important day, the campaign that is going around it, the basic new initiative that government has decided to take for the further coming years, or any other big particular event that has happened, these are the basic questions that can be asked, right? And undoubtedly whatever happened from last 2 3 years, we had seen in form of COVID 2020 2021 and a BB. We are having COVID, still not like gone, but we are improving from that. So we can say whatever planning that our prime minister and our government had, that was quite simple, that we are supposed to get out of whatever we faced during COVID. Apart from this, the country is also facing certain economic restrictions, certain economic issues, right? From Ukraine-Russia war, from inflation, from other things. So he had mentioned, he had like all the thing in his speech from the Red Fort. So let's directly move to the question and discuss what happened. Right. India retained some king as the head of the state until its transition to republic, when the Constitution of India came into effect on 26th of January 1950. The options are King George IV, King George V, King George VI, King George VII. I mean, quite simple, British king who was at that time. So the path is saying C, Tishu is saying C, Austria is saying C, that's King George 6, sorry. Kaima is also saying C. The correct answer is option number C, that's King George 6. Okay, and Queen Elizabeth came into the picture in which of the following year? Homework thoda sa data padao. Moving on to next one. Right. PM Modi listed Panch Panch Pran pledge, right? That is like Panch Pran. Okay, 5 pledges or 5 oath that we had taken. Spell out the roadmap for, right? What was the Panch Pran jo hai, it was associated, right? For which of the following year? The options are 2041, 2043, 2045, 2047. Path is saying 2045. Okay, Austria is saying 20, sorry, C, that's 2045. Anyone else? Kaima is saying D, that's 2047. Anshika is saying D. The correct answer is 2047. Guys, 1947, 2047, 100 years, right? We are now into Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, that is 75 years of independence. So the Panch Pran hai, the 5 pledges, that is the roadmap to 2047, 100 year of independence. Moving on. On Independence Day, 80 AG, an indigenous developed howitzer become the part of 21 gun salute at Red Fort. The ATAGS project was started in DRDO in which of the following year? Correct. Options are 2011, 2013, 2015, 2017. Come on. Okay, Parth is saying B. That's 2013. Kaima is saying C. That's 15. Okay. ATAGS, right? That means Advanced Towed Artillery Gun System. है ना, DRDO का ये प्रोजेक्ट है जिसमें like 155 mm का जो 52 caliber वाला गन होता है, I mean these are the specification for such kind of guns, correct? That is ATAGS, है ना, Advanced Towed Artillery Gun System. Okay, so that was started in 2013 by DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization. So you are having another homework to find out the details of DRDO, when it was established, where is the headquarter, who's the current chairperson, etc. Okay, so which of the following statement is incorrect? The 76th Independence Day coincide with the another milestone of the country's history. It was August 15, 1972 that the postal index number PIN was introduced in India. The PIN is made up of 6 digits. The first number indicate the postal region: northern, eastern, western, southern. The number 9, which signifies the emergency postal services. The second number denotes the sub-region. The third representation of sorting district. The remaining numbers narrows the geography further to the specific post office making the delivery. Kul milake, this is all about how a pin number, 6-digit pin number justify. So we are having like 6-digit pin number. That means first is something, second is something, third is something. So which of the following statement is incorrect? Pin code. Okay, path saying C. Anyone? Austria is also saying C. Kaima is saying C. The correct answer is option number B. Okay, moving on. This was an article from Financial Express. These were the fact file in which we had like other different things. Okay, chale. Moving on to next one. Assam-Arunachal border dispute. Okay, so before we start, है ना, northeast, right? Like, did you guys regularly get the news about border dispute or social or cultural dispute between the northeastern states, right? Yes or no? The answer should be yes. I mean, people are like Nagaland में insurgency चल रही है, Manipur is facing certain separatist ideology, ये वो ऐसा वैसा. The reason behind this is northeastern territory and the social structure. I mean, very simply, if I'll tell you, Northeast is a geographical region full of tribal culture. So we are having Naga tribe, we are having Nisho, we are having Mishmi, we are having Daflas, we are having Abos. So we are having n number of different tribes, and undoubtedly the culture is very rich. But these tribal culture, the social custom of these tribal cultures, they are culture very strict. So they don't want any other culture to get influenced. That's why they keep on fighting, right? Those fight will be of border, those fight will be of territory, those fight will be of area, those fight will be of like dominance over certain geographical land. So they continue to do that. So recently what exactly happened, Arunachal Pradesh and Assam, right, they decided to resolve the border dispute. So they have formed the 12 regional committee, right, so that they can have expedition and process of identification, so that we can have proper resolution of that particular 840-kilometer long border between Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. So when we are having such kind of a new initiative from the government, like they are solving any dispute, for example, water distribution of any river, or you can say border dispute, etc. First thing that you should learn is constitutional or a legal provision, right? How this particular framework or how this particular thing will work. Apart from this, whatever state we are having, for example, in this case, Assam and Arunachal are the state. So you must have certain leaders, like notes of certain leadership in the of the state, that who is the chief minister of Assam or who is the chief minister of Arunachal, right? And other thing. So this is the case in which we are having Arunachal and Assam. So the committee is being formed. Let's hope for the best that this particular issue gets solved as soon as possible. Moving on, right, the question. Okay, which of the following statement is incorrect? According to the Namsai declaration, right, Sarma and Khandu agreed that out of the 37 disputed village, 28 which are within the constitutional boundary of Arunachal Pradesh shall remain with the state, while 3 villages on which claims were withdrawn by Arunachal Pradesh will be in Assam. 6 other villages could not be located on the Assam side, would also remain with the frontier state if they exist in Arunachal Pradesh and agreement stated. These regional committees would submit the first trenches of the report on the areas or any other area in the before the September of 15th. None of the above. These are like outcome of that Namsai declaration or the report, the committee that will submit. Okay, come on. Okay, Path is saying D. Yes, the correct answer is option number D. All of the facts are correct. Moving on, Arunachal Pradesh was made union territory in which of the following year? Right. The question is about Arunachal Pradesh को कब union territory बनाया गया? Options are 1970, 1972, 1974, 1978. Okay, Path is saying 1972. That's B. Janvi B. Kaima B. So the correct answer is option number 19 B, that's 1972. And if I'm not wrong, 1987 was the year जब इसे statehood मिला था. Okay, moving on to next one. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Again, long particular statements. Assam and Arunachal Pradesh shares the 804 kilometer border. A boundary line dedicated in 1960 by a committee will be the basic of resilient of the Assam and Arunachal Pradesh boundary dispute. After Arunachal Pradesh achieved statehood in 1987, right? A tri-party committee was appointed which recommended that the certain territories be transferred from Assam to Arunachal. Assam contested this and the matter is in still Supreme Court. Okay, earlier Assam Meghalaya signed an agreement in the March this year to end their 5-decade-old border dispute in a 6 out of 7 contested location. Yeah, that happened actually. We had discussed this in the class as well. None of the above. Which of the following is incorrect? Come on. Path is saying C. Kayama carrying a C. The correct answer is C. Okay, moving on to next one. This was from the Hindu, and these are the some basic facts. Right, just do not forget this name, Namsai Declaration. Right, and some basic idea about the state Assam and Arunachal. Okay, so let's move to the question directly. Now we are in the question. India has added 11 more wetland to the list of Ramsar site to make total Ramsar sites in India. So the question is about how many number of Ramsar sites are in India for now. Options are 58, 63, 75, 82. Austria is saying 58. That's A, now. Tisu is saying 63. Path is saying C, that's 75. Anshika is also saying 75. Janvi B, Kaima C. The correct answer is option number C, 75. दोस्तों मित्रों 75 year of independence, 75 sites. Yeah, earlier this year or like 1 or 2 months back, there were 10 sites which were added, which made it like 64. Then 11 more sites had been added, right? So now they are 75 in total. And you are aware about the Ramsar Convention, right? Ramsar is one of the city in Iran जहाँ पे convention signed हुआ था, where the governments and parties decided to secure the wetlands ecosystem, right? Moving on, the World Water Week 2022 is being celebrated from two. The question is about when the World Water Week is being celebrated. Options are 22nd to 31st, 23rd to 1st, 24th to 2nd, 25th to 3rd of September. Okay, so I started getting answer. Kaima is saying D, Path is saying B, that's 23rd to 1st. Tisu is saying B, Janvi again B. Yeah, the correct answer is option number B. है ना? But yeah, बड़ा simple. We want to preserve water. We want everyone to have enough water for drink and domestic use. We also want industrial development. So all these awareness is being spread on this particular day or week. Moving on, which of the following Indian naval ship will get the first batch of Agnimir women training? Correct. Options are INS Chalka, INS Tarun, INS Jeevan, INS Pulikat. Okay, Pooja का कहना है A, that's INS Chalka. Kaima Path Austria is saying A. The correct answer is option number A. भैया अभी से I'm telling you, right? This is a very important topic. है ना? So, glad guys. Okay, moving on to next one. The Supreme Court have dissolved the number of member committee of administrator. It had appointed in May to look after the daily affairs of All India Football Federation. Options are 3, 4, 5, 6. COA, Committee of Administrator. Okay, Austria saying fourth, A, Janvi A, Path C, Kaima B. The correct answer is option number A, 3. You are aware about this event, right? All India Football Federation was suspended by the FIFA. They wanted some like free administration, no third party involvement. And also, is there any under 17 World Cup of Football World Cup is supposed to happen in India? So that was also like at that time was in question whether this will happen or not, and it is supposed to be a very good event for the improvement of football, condition of football in India. Right. So was it a men's under 17 or women under 17? Acha, girls under 17. Okay, okay, Parth. I don't know. I'm not a big football fan. Frankly speaking, I'm a football fan. Okay. Cricket is like taking lots of time. But yeah, finally, the suspension has been removed. Yes. And the World Cup is going to happen. I have an homework for you guys. Just try to find out in what is the location of that particular under 17 Women's World Cup. Moving on to next one. The Internet Day was celebrated around the world on which date to mark the invention of the World Wide Web? Okay, options are 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th August. Come on, Internet Day. Okay, okay, पूछो बच्चे चलो आंसर करो जल्दी से क्वेश्चन का आंसर करो. Okay, Path is saying C but not sure. The correct answer is option number B, that is 23rd of August. Okay, yeah. Moving on to next one. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2022. Smart India Hackathon was started in which year? The options are 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Come on. Smart India Hackathon started in. Okay, so answers are like C, D, C, B. 2017. The correct answer is 2017. See, when we are talking about Smart India Hackathon or something, now, so like if students are facing certain daily life problem, this is the portal or this is the platform in which they can ask the questions, in which they can have like what should I do when I'm in this kind of situation or something, right? Moving on to next one. Which state police have been awarded prestigious Golden Edition 2022 certificate by the United Kingdom-based World Book of Record for the dedication and devotion of its officers? Options are Assam, West Bengal, Arunachal, Mizoram. Come on. The Golden Edition 2022 certificate by World Book of Records for dedication and devotion of its officer. Okay, Anshika is like D, Kaima is like B or D. Okay. Okay, the correct answer is Mizoram. Yes, Mizoram Police has been given this particular prestigious award, and, undoubtedly our frontline workers, including police people, they are like worked really hard during the COVID as well, and lots of them had sacrificed their life for battle against it. So it's all about like Mizoram officers that work dedicatedly, right, more dedicatedly than others. But overall, every single particular frontline worker was important. Okay, there was a mention about this as well in this particular award that time. So the next question is about Famida Azim, working for the Insider Online magazine of United States, has been selected for the 2022 Pulitzer Prize under the category of illustrated reporting and commentary. She hails from which of the following country? Options are Turkey, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan. Famida Azim. Ashia is saying C. Path is saying C, that's Bangladesh. और कोई? Anshika is saying C. Kaima is also saying C. Yes, the correct answer is C, Bangladesh. So, when it comes to Pulitzer Prize, this is one of the most, not one of the most prestigious, right, most recognized, most important prize in the field of journalism. राइट एंड इट्स लाइक जोसेफ पुलित्जर के नाम पे है. हंगेरियन अमेरिकन थे जो कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ उनकी वेल में ये अवार्ड मिलता है. दिस इज आल्सो नोन एज नोबेल प्राइज इन जर्नलिज्म, राइट. सो लाइक for your homework there is lead photographing journalist, राइट, जिन्हें पुलित्जर मिला है, जिनका देहांत जो है अफगानिस्तान का जो तालिबान क्राइसिस था उसको कवर करते टाइम हुआ था. राइट डाउन हिज नेम एज वेल. दैट इज योर होमवर्क, राइट. मूविंग ऑन टू नेक्स्ट वन. Which country has launched the world's first fleet of hydrogen powered passenger trains? Right, options are Finland, Norway, Germany, Sweden. Janvi, very good. Danish Siddiqui. Correct, correct, Austria, correct, beta. So Path is saying B, Kaima is saying B, Janvi, that's C, Austria, that's B. The correct answer is option number C, that's Germany. Right, automobile की बात हो रही है. Moving on to next one. The Defense Research Development Organization has appointed whom as a new chairman? Who has been appointed as the new chairman of DRDO? Options are Amit Thapa, G. Satish Reddy, Samir V. Kamath, S. Shankar. Okay, Path is saying C. Tenth ka C, Kaima, Anshika, Janvi, everyone. Yes, the correct answer is S.V. Kamath or Samir V. Kamath. Moving on. What was the theme of World Humanitarian Day 2022? Options are like It Takes a Village, The Human Race, Lifeline for Children in Crisis, One Humanity. Okay, Path saying C, that's Lifeline for Children in Crisis. और कोई? Anshika is saying A, Kaima is saying C, Janvi, that's C again. Right, the correct answer is option number A, It Takes a Village. या यूनाइटेड नेशन की तरफ से एक पर्टिकुलर पूरा का पूरा आर्टिकल एंड रिपोर्ट के साथ ये चीज दी गई थी. टेक्स अ विलेज, द स्टोरी ऑफ द विलेज वाले केस में. Moving on to next one. An Indian aircraft contingent is participating in exercise Pitch Black 2022 in which country? So Pitch Black is basically like Pitch Black exercise is happening in which country? Options are Japan, New Zealand, Australia, France. Okay, so it's like C, 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 C. Majority of people are saying C. The correct answer is option number C, Australia. So, last two question. India's first post office built out of 3D printing technology will come up in which city? Okay, options are Jamshedpur, Bangalore, New Delhi, Kanpur. 3D printing technology, you know. Okay, path, that's A. और कोई? Austria, that's Jamshedpur, option number A. Anshika is saying B. Janvi is saying A. The correct answer is option number B, Bangalore. Okay. Last question for today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the pedestrian-only Atal Bridge, named after our former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, in which state? Okay, the options are Gujarat, Odisha, West Bengal, Jharkhand. This is very easy, no? Right? The correct answer is yes. Option number A, Gujarat. Is there any like bridge? Is there any particular क्या कहना चाहिए? Sorry, bridge is there. River in जिस पे ये बना हुआ है? Anyone? Right? वो भी देख लेना, है ना? So this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I hope you guys had like enough data to understand what was the other kind, the topic and the thing that you should have in your notes. Right. So this is it from my side. I wish you and all your loved one good health, good mental health. Make sure to stay motivated and stay positive for your studies. मिलते हैं 15 दिन बाद. Till then, have a great day ahead. Good night, guys. See ya.